Hey, what is going on, crypto people? What the world? Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler bent the knee. He bent the knee, fam. What do I always say in my outro? Old money doesn't want us to win. But that's okay though, because you and we're already winning. That's an L for old money took an L. We won. Dude bent the knee. And it's only going to get better from here. I hope you guys understand what has just happened. This is historical. This is historical. Remember, this is the old guard of TradFi. Bent the knee. They bent the knee and said, okay, retail can have access. Retail. That's what it's not the institutions. We look, we're in the 1% of the 1%, baby. The world don't know about none of this. What happened to the live stream? The world does not know about any of this. They don't know about any of this. They don't know. They do not know about any of this. And I don't know what happened to my live stream here. They don't know. I think if I do this, let's go full screen here. Yeah, that'll work. They don't know. I don't know why that is all the way over there like that. What's going on? They don't know about this, fam. They don't know. We know, we understand, the Bitcoin ETF is going to be great for adoption and it's going to be great for a lot of things. We know that they're going to water this thing down and paper money derivatize this thing to, I don't know what you would call it. We know that, but they don't know it. But that it's that thing that says we can't fight it anymore. We can't fight it anymore. I mean, BlackRock wants it, Valkyrie, Grayscale, pick them. Their customers want it. And we said on the channel, but if BlackRock says it's a done deal. You know, they're not spending their time, energy, and resources to go through the motions. I had some content creators talking about, just because there were content creators saying just because BlackRock does it, it means it's going to get approved. What? One of my favorite content creators said that. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? It's BlackRock. BlackRock is the fourth branch of the United States government. What do you mean? Just because they filed for something, it's not gonna happen. Are you kidding me? What's going on, my friend? Hooky Pookie, Paul Bogo is in the building. What's going on, John Edwards? Hi, Siege. Wait till they find out about the real scalability and utility, aka XRP to standard. Exactly. This is just a door opener. It's a door opener to the greater digital asset ecosystem. People are going to learn on their own. They're going to learn on their own what's the real value in Bitcoin. They'll learn that. There's value there. They'll learn what it is. But when they start getting in here and they start peeping around and they start looking around, they'll better understand. I'm just excited that people are going to walk away from that dirty, nasty fiat ecosystem that has been thrust down their throat for centuries and realize there is a better way, my friends. There's a better way. I'm excited for it. And here's the thing, John Edwards, you're here. You've been here for a minute. Paul Bogle, you're here. You've been here for a minute. Pookie, you're here. Listen, you got to get something. There's some people that walked away from the digital asset space, couldn't take it, went back to the dirty, nasty fiat system, gave up. Just like like they gave up. They couldn't stomach 4, 5, 6 years of no wind moon. They couldn't stomach it. And we're here. We're here. You got to understand how significant it is to say that we're here and we're winning. The reason why I don't say we won, because it's not over yet. We're winning. The journey is just beginning. It's just beginning, man. It's just beginning. It's 2024. It's just the beginning. You could start with zero crypto today. Zero. You could just be walking into the space today with Bitcoin at 45, 47,000, Ethereum at 2,400, and XRP at 60 cents, and you can win. You could just get started today. Make your first purchase. Transform, turn that dirty, nasty fiat into an investment at the protocol level and begin your journey today and still win. We got April until the Bitcoin halving, right? And got about 6 months after the halving to really kind of get to see what this bull run is going to begin to look like. People still got time. People still got time. But the fact that we made it, that's why I said this is a Generational Wealth Wednesday special episode. You got to get that some people couldn't stomach it, man. And it's okay to change positions within the digital asset space. It's okay for you to do whatever it is you choose to do. But some people left. Some people left, man. Some people left. And some of us committed to this thing wholeheartedly. We're doing videos every single day, 2 and 3 videos every single day. We're taking L's like Celsius and BlockFi and Terra Luna. I mean, Rand Neuner is an interesting dude, but the dude lost close to $100 million, if not over $100 million. I think he lost over $100 million. Come on, man. And he's still here. Look, he doesn't understand XRP the way that we do. But you can't hate on that. You can't throw shade on that dude. Right? We're still here. As much as this, digital asset investor drives me crazy, that dude is still here. Still putting out content. He didn't run away. He's still here. You got to get it. You got to get it. We're here, baby. And it's just getting started, man. I'm going to share this video, just kind of confirm from Bloomberg that the ETF got approved. Hester Purse went in on Gary Gensler again. We're going to share that with you. I'm not going to go over the numbers. Why for? What does it matter? The market is just doing what the market does. Bitcoin's around 47,000. XRP's around 60 cents. Ethereum's around 2,400. What else is there to know? I share with you a couple of things that I'm, high risk, high reward, Cheeto, 0x leverage. I shared it with you. You could check it out, do your homework, do due diligence. I share with you, I think the Cosmos ecosystem is going to be that one moving forward from 2024 because it encapsulates everything, earning money on your money. In other words, saving. You still capture asset appreciation for these wind moon things when and if they happen. And you get airdrops of potential groundbreaking technology. That's a nice ecosystem. We can get excited about the XRPL and what's coming. I'm all for it. We can get excited about Flare ecosystem and what's coming. I'm all for it. But what do we have now? We got Moy Finance right now, today. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? I participated this early in the wee hours in the morning. $100. $100. Here it is. Do with it as you will. Stress test. Check out that bridge. I've checked it out. I know the difference between one that's just getting going and one that has been doing its thing for a minute. That thing is just getting started. But I still participated. I still participated, baby. Still participated because I know the only way that we win is by participation, which requires you to portfolio manage. That means you can't put 100% on some new thing that's just getting started. We can't do that. We can't chase the game, Paul Bogo. We got to let the game come to us. So in other words, Moy Finance, I'm good. I'm happy that you're doing your thing over here for the XRP community. But you know, here's a few dollars. Here's a few dollars to stress test, baby. Here's a few dollars to check your TPS. Okay, but you're gonna have to show yourself to moi before I put some significant money over there. That's how it is. That's just how it is. You know, I'll check in every 30 days or so, see what's good. This little voyage thing is gonna last for 90 days. I'll check in every 30 days ago. I might even do 100 every 30 days. Who knows? Who knows? Once I start seeing that 1 to 3 year potential, in other words, they got a game plan for 1 to 3 years and it's looking good, it's looking smooth. They're making some right decisions, not all right decisions, not all the right decisions. No one can do that. But are they making some right decisions? I see that 1 to 3 year window of that VE Moy, whatever they're calling that thing. Do you see it? Have you participated? Paul Bogle says, yes, took many hits and many losses, but I believe in the space, man. I'm proud of you for being here, bro. I'm proud of each and every one of you for being here because we could have walked away with our heads down. We could have given up. We could have listened to a grandma, grandpa, our boys, our dudettes. We could have listened to them. We could have, but we didn't. That inner resolve, baby. That inner resolve. John Edwards says, if you know, you know. I think if some people actually understand the full use case of XRP, they would never sell. I hear you, friend. I hear that. I hear you, bro. Kyle Timur is in the building. What's good, my guys? GW guys, Generational Wealth Mastermind, part of the Patreon group. Good to see you here, brother. Look, this is a GW special episode. Why? Because we are here. We haven't given up on the idea, notion of generational wealth. We understand that it's possible. I was going to talk about LLCs and setting up your LLCs and your trust ahead of Wind Moon. I was going to talk something about that. But this is a historical moment. We got to take time to recognize that we are still here. We are still here, not just in the XRP and the XRPL and XRP ecosystem, but in the digital asset space ecosystem. We're still here. That's a cool thing, baby. Let's take a listen to the people from Bloomberg. Let's see if I can't find that. Look, I'm so excited, man. I had all my boys, my fellow air traffic controllers, like they were looking at me sideways, man. Sideways in 2016. They were just good with a couple $100K. They were like, no, you know, we're good. I was trying to tell them, no, you don't understand, baby. This is new. This is a new form of money. I already showed them my business thing. I showed them freedom, done. I showed them. They didn't listen. I tried to turn them on to this new money thing. They didn't listen. They'll be listening now because this Bitcoin ETF thing is going to be on everything. How many guys have you been noticing these crypto commercials? All I see, we watch this on the History Channel, this thing called Alone. We watch that. All I see on there is crypto commercials. In fact, I see a lot of crypto commercials on YouTube TV. What do you think is going to happen with this Bitcoin approval thing? Look, you and I don't need a Bitcoin ETF. What do we need a Bitcoin ETF for? But the RIAs are going to tell all the 95, the RIAs are going to tell the 95% after they get their instructions from BlackRock, after they get the playbook from BlackRock, right? BlackRock has a playbook. They get it out to all these RIA organizations. That's what they do, right? They get it out. This is how you sell this thing. That's how it works, by the way. That's how it works. All of those RIAs, they just end up going up to the big boys. That's all it is. That's all it is. So give them a playbook on how to sell it to the masses because the masses don't know. Well, you need to be, they don't know, right? Like my boys will probably be more excited about hearing from their RIA about the Bitcoin ETF. The RIA is going to convince them that's the safe way to go. You don't have to worry about ledgers and Trezors and Cobalts and Cobo and Pals. This is what I'm going to tell them. But you and I, we know what's good. We know what's good. We're willing to take a shot. We're willing to put up with the madness of Ledger so that we can transition to the Pal Titan because we understand how valuable this technology is, right? All right, I've ranted long enough. Let's check a listen here. Let's hear a little bit of sound. Let's see if we can't share this.
Kaylee, let's try this one more time. What do we know? What's happening?
Well, we know that approval actually has happened this time around. This is approval of 2 necessary filings that were necessary for these products to actually do what they intended to do. One being the 19B4 filings, that is the exchanges that will list these products. The other is the S1s. Many revisions that we've seen in recent days were to those S1 filings that also had to be approved by the SEC. So that is what we know at this point. Of course, this was a highly anticipated decision. Despite the events of yesterday, the confusion around whether or not approval had happened at that point, it turned out it did not, but it is indeed happening now. These spot Bitcoin products for the first time in ETF form being approved here in the U.S. All 11 of them remain.
I'm going to just jump in here and bring in Shonali Basak, who is, of course, covering crypto as well. Shonali, what have you been hearing from the folks you've been talking to?
Yeah, it's interesting because we've had the initial approvals and we have some big issuers already coming out with statements. For example, Grayscale, one of the biggest ones, had said that they're happy to confirm that the Grayscale team has received the necessary regulatory approvals to list GBTC to the NYSE ARCA and will share a press release shortly. We expect these firms to start trading their ETFs tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a large day for these issuers.
All right, we are getting that confirmation crossing the terminal. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust has been approved. Here are a few others that have also been approved. The Bitwise Bitcoin ETF has been approved. The hashtag Bitcoin ETF has also been approved. Proposals from iShares Bitcoin Trust has also been approved. And the Valkyrie Bitcoin Fund has also been approved. We can keep going through these. They're going to keep trickling in here. Van Eck, Invesco. So we're starting to get the confirmation here of all the individual ones, Shonali, about the ones that are improved. Not much of a surprise, right? I mean, we expected this to happen, and the names that we're seeing here right now are the ones that are going to be first out the gate.
All 11. And so remember, the first mover advantage is very important when it comes to the ETF world. When this happened in futures, you saw many assets flow to the first one out the gate. Now, tomorrow, what's going to be interesting is that war on fees. And remember, the reason we talk about GBTC is they have that $30 billion fund. What happens to those assets? Do they stay stable? Do they go go down? Do they move up? The choices people make from here in terms of where to go for their Bitcoin exposure will be fascinating. But certainly, let's just take a moment here. What a historic moment for the Bitcoin industry to have this approval after so many years. It was a tough 24 hours. You and I have been sitting here, and even when we first watched the first set of filings go up, there were a lot of questions about how the SEC was going to do this. A lot of people couldn't access the filings right after it initially was posted. It was posted and then came down. Certainly confusing 24 hours and even last half an hour, but we're here.
We're here, and we have the headlines. Are crossing the Bloomberg terminal. Kelly Lyons, this looks like a lot more organized this time around with all the individual headlines on the different ETFs that were filed with the SEC. What do we know about how else the SEC is going to communicate with investors about this?
Well, they very clearly have everything laid out in this filing, Romaine, and Scarlett, that is available on the SEC website right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see further statement out from the SEC in the form of potentially a press release or something from the chair, Gary Gensler himself, just given how sensitive the communication around this now is, especially so because of the events of yesterday, making it very clear what information can be trusted and what cannot be. Also knowing that this is going to raise a lot of questions that regulators may now be having to answer. The idea that now that they have approved this spot product in particular, now both Bitcoin futures and Bitcoin spot ETFs will be trading. Does that mean that we could see the same for other tokens out there? Could we see?
Yeah, we don't need to know about that. So listen, Brad Garlinghouse and Stu Alderati had some interesting things to say. Let me cover a couple of these. The Southern Metal Lawman. Let's see here. Let's go here. Let's see if we can't do this one first. All right. So here's Brad's. The significance of this moment cannot be overstated. Congrats to all who have worked to get Bitcoin spot ETFs approved. Today's news is further legitimization of crypto as an asset class. I expect this will be yet another catalyst for institutional investment / adoption, ideally leading the industry to focus outside primarily speculative to broader real-world use cases, underpinning that legitimization. Well said. Stuart Alderati is commenting on Hester Peirce's. Hester Peirce does her little thing after Gary Gensler does some things. I'm going to share that. Metal Lawman said this, and Hester Peirce just issued another scorcher excoriating Gary Gensler's leadership. These are some quotes. Our arbitrary and capricious treatment of applications in this area will continue to harm our reputation far beyond crypto. We have alienated a generation of product innovators in this space. Yowzers. Stuart Alderati had said this in response to Hester Peirce's retort there. Commissioner Peirce is spot on. This long overdue approval comes only because the courts checked an out of control regulator. Gensler's battle royale against crypto has turned the SEC into a caricature not to be trusted by the public, policymakers, or judges. Brutal. That's brutal. But he did it to himself. I don't feel bad for him. He did it to himself. Keyless is in the building. The Lady of Crypto is here. How are you, miss? It's good to see you. That is some stuff. Brad is right, though, right? And this is going to start that, right? It's going to start that idea of, well, what is this stuff really good for? Like, what can you really do with this stuff? Tell me about the real world use cases, right? Because there's a lot of use cases that are in crypto. They're in crypto. But what about outside of crypto? Now, I don't think that's going to happen overnight. I don't think those conversations will begin to happen overnight. I still think that this is still going to be a speculative bull run for sure. I think real world use case adoption is in terms of people focusing on that, and the 95% of them that are not in the digital asset space focus on that. I still think it's 5-10 years away for sure. But I do think it's interesting that Stuart Alvarado is just saying, Gary had to bend the knee. He had to bend the knee. That's all that was left. Keyless was from the bend the knee. What's going on, Big John? Good to see you, bro. There's always left. That was always left for him. Now, I guess maybe we'll get into Hester Purse's thing here in a little bit, but I just want to celebrate us being here, us still in it, us still willing to participate. I was on Moy Finance the wee hours of the morning, participating, bridging over XRP, providing liquidity into the liquidity pool, helping those guys over there figure some stuff out. Right? I was there participating. Got some VEMOI, Yeah, you know what I mean? It's interesting to see, because I've been doing so much of the airdrop farming, and before I was airdrop farming, I was in so many other DeFi things. It's interesting to see the things coming around to the asset XRP and to the XRPL ecosystem. It's interesting to see them come around to some different things. It's interesting, playing catch up for sure, but at least they're trying to get in the game. We got to give credit where credit is due, and it's up to us as a community to make Moy Finance possibly as good as Curve, or as good as some of the ecosystems that use the VE model, and generating income and creating fees and rewarding people who are willing to invest and participate in the beginning. So it'll be good to see, but it takes the community to make it happen for sure. I'm glad that Moy Finance is kind of hooking up with Futureverse to make this work. I'm really excited about that. Kilo says Siege root token won't show. Yeah. Are you using MetaMask? It only shows on the Ethereum MetaMask. Now, if you have a Futureverse pass, what I imagine that you would, you can check your tokens on the Future Pass data dashboard. Oh, well, did you just bridge over? Because remember, it takes 12 to 15 minutes, technically 12, to bridge over. Let me know where you are there, and I'll help you along with that for sure, Keyless. So yeah, I mean, the fact that Futureverse and Moy Finance are coming together with this, it looks very familiar to me. It feels like eventually Moy is going to come out with their own token. It looks like that they will probably, if they have some success, do an airdrop in some shape, form, or fashion. It looks like they're going to reward people who participated early. That's what it's feeling like. We'll see. We'll see. It could be they're just going to come up with a model for generating fees and income, and they're going to reward early stakers of the VEMOI or MOI token. We'll see. The cool thing is I wasn't around in the very beginning of Curve, right? But now we get a chance. A lot of us weren't around to be very beginning. It's been hours for which part? Hours. The bridging, Keyless? It just won't show. It just won't show to stake. So when you have your Future Pass, you log in, right? Future Pass login, you're saying that the root token has not showed up. because I'll run through it again for sure. I know when I did the bridge this morning, it was dicey, right? I had to get through that thing 3, 4, 5 times. Oh, you're not talking about, you're talking about root. Yeah, so the root thing shouldn't take a long time. I mean, let me see if you had this bridge, because there's 2 bridges. Tokens are in your account, fine, but do you have a future verse pass? So obviously you do. You said tokens are in my account, fine, not your MetaMask. Oh, okay. Oh, well, be careful. Yeah. Be careful. Be careful for sure. So I'm excited about that, really, 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 really excited about it. And, we're early with Moy. We don't know what they're going to do. We don't know what kind of market share. We don't know what kind of model they're going to come up with for generating revenue. But we can be early. There's a reason why they seem to be doing things for the XRP community. And we have a chance to do something phenomenal with it, right? Curve didn't become the ecosystem that it is just because it took the community along with the project doing some viable things in this space, and so we have a chance to do that here. But look, history has been made for sure. And I hope you're excited that you're here and that you are freaking participating. It's a cool deal. Gary Gensler bent the knee. And the ETF is approved. We'll take the hype. We'll take the excitement around it for sure. So you're trying to stake root token, right? You're not talking about the Moy thing. Yeah. Yeah, that should not take hours. It definitely should not take hours. I don't know how stressed things might be on the root network with this Moy Finance Voyage thing going on, but it definitely should not take hours, right? So the bridge from Ethereum, right, to the root network, right, depending upon where'd you get your root. Where'd you get your root token, by the way, Keyless? Did you get it from an exchange? Because I think if you get it from exchange, you have to bridge from Ethereum to the root network. But in any case, I don't know why it would have taken hours. If you weren't driving, I would run through another one. I would go get some root and kind of show you why I'm doing a live stream for sure. For sure. So I hope you guys are excited about that. I'm excited. Oh, by the way, X meme, something to look into. X meme, I don't know. Maybe it's something to consider, something to look into. Magnetic Dex, xmagnetic.org, Dex, something to look into. You can get your X meme there and you get some other things there. Magnetic is, they've created a bridge for you to bridge your XRP to the Zahao network and back from the Zahao network to the XRP ledger. Did you know about that? And apparently there's a token, the MAG token. Interesting to see. The MAG token, interesting to see. Interesting to see projects coming onto this XRPL, vying for market share, vying for creativity, figuring out a way to create the community around their ecosystem. Interoperability is going to be a big deal. 2024 going forward, it's going to be a big deal. Flare Networks made the right decision to bring other ecosystems to Flare, like Bitcoin and Doge and XRP. They made the right decision because it's going to be about interoperability. Every time I keep hearing all about these genius things going on with the IBC and this new thing called shared security and all this, that's what Flare Networks. Flare Networks is is doing a lot of those things in their own way with layer cake and the FSS system. Yeah. So Flare, next level, layer one, you know, Hugo and the team are, I think they want to make sure that they get things right, for sure. So good to see that Flare is coming around. If assets will be launching soon, and we're going to really be able to talk and compare and look at the difference between Flare and Cosmos and Celestia and Tia and Injective and Babylon and Eigenlayer, and kind of get an idea or a sense for what's out there and what's available. Who's gonna win in this space, So it's really exciting. So I didn't hear anybody. Let me do a live chat here. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. I appreciate that. We always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. And it definitely helps with the algorithm on YouTube. We made it. I should say we're winning. I should say we're winning, fam. Because that ETF approval is massive. It's again, it's a legitimacy thing for sure. But for me, it's the fact that the SEC has bent the knee, right? And they just, taken too many L's. Gary Gensler has taken too many L's in his attempt to try to save TradFi and try to do his bidding for, Elizabeth Warren and, the top 8-10 banks. The top 8-10 try to play it at both sides. That's how they do. They try to, they play it both sides. They hedge their bets. But this approval is, for me, just saying that we are winning and that we need to continue the fight. It's great to see that it got a significant pack, if you will, a digital asset space pack going on. That's good to see and understand. We gotta be in the game. Unfortunately, there is a game around that, but we weren't in the game, but at least we're in that game now, and we'll see what happens moving forward. I hope people still continue to remember that you have an opportunity to put your vote where your generational wealth lies. Look, if you think it lies in a dirty, nasty fiat model, and you think, TSP and 401ks and IRAs are going to get you there, cool. Then you got to put your vote there. But if you think it's going to be in this new form of money and this new monetary policy that comes along with that, the ability to choose your own money, choose your own money, and choose the monetary policy that comes along with it, and how you store your money. You got to put your vote where your generational wealth lies. If you believe that, that's what we believe in the Crypto Sieges home. That's okay. We'll take a shot. I got a letter 2 or 3 days ago about a change in terms and service for a bank that I've been banking with since, I don't know, 2000, almost 20 years. A change in terms of service. You know what that means? And it was interesting too. Now, I've been doing some Coinbase stuff there, no problem, but I try to do something outside of Coinbase. And for some reason this time, it didn't get approved, and the service is saying it was my bank. So in any case, we'll see. Right. I'm trying to find another kind of on and off ramp besides Coinbase. I came across something called C14 money, C14 money. It might be C14.money, but C14 money. And I used it once. Very reasonable in their pricing, very fast, and that in terms of taking the dirty, nasty fiat and getting crypto. But the second time I tried to use it, not so great. They're saying it's the bank. The message is saying that the bank won't approve or doesn't approve this kind of transactions. XRP James, what's going on, bro? You like Uphold, huh? I hear you, man. I hear you. I was an early Uphold adopter, very, very early. Had a couple wallets, I think, on Uphold long time ago. Long time ago. Yeah, for sure. What's going on, Phantom B? Good to see you, my friend. So we're winning, like we say in the outro. We are winning, and that is exciting. Good to see that you guys are freaking here. Let me share. I feel like I got some new people that went on the stream last night. So I'm going to share X meme, something to look at. I'm going to share xmatic.org, something to consider, something to look at, take a little gander at. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do your homework on this one. Tell me what you think. X meme coin, XRPL.com. The number one meme coin on the XRP ledger. Now, look, if you've just been inside the bubble, the XRP and XRPL bubble, you probably heard from one or two content creators who just throw shade on meme coins. Now, and I don't know, maybe you do as well. Here's what I do know. People are making millions. And I'm not sure if we're here for pride or how things look, or are we here to create generational wealth? I mean, I guess that's something that you'll have to answer for yourself. X meme, the number one meme coin on the XRP ledger. X meme is different, baby. X meme is different. X meme's focus is crystal clear to prove a meme coin can thrive with a strong, loyal, and united community. Our goal is to achieve massive success, by remaining 100% committed to our movement. No greed, no pumps and dumps, no sell-offs, no crappy roadmaps and white papers. No false promises. Only healthy and steady growth, always united. Then it talks some stuff here about the massive eBurn, 28.5 coins sold at 0001 during the pre-sale. 66% of the total supply has been already burned from 100 billion to 34 billion. Interesting. 28 billion sold at the pre-sale at 0.00. That's 4 zeros and a 1. They have a philosophy here that is interesting. This is X meme coin, XRPL.com. And what are they doing? They're tapping into the very, very popular narrative around meme coins, right? Remember Shiba Inu? Remember Doge? Solana's Bunk? You remember those? Community, community, community. We see each other's family members, tired of witnessing injustices, greed, and manipulation in the crypto world. So check it out. See if it makes sense for you. See if it makes sense for you. I checked on a couple of things. I checked on their so this is XRPL.to. Today's XRP token prices by volume. They got I don't know what this is here. XRP, CNY, Ripple Fox, Corium, Sologenic. Okay, so this is XRP, CNY, Corium, Sologenic. So this is just the tokens apparently on the ledger. It's got Casino Coin, Expectar is at 7 cents. Expectar, 24 hours, 7 days, not doing too bad. Here's the mag. Excuse me. Here is the MAG token that I was talking about. That's that Magnetic X I was telling you guys about. MAG token is up. How much? 18% on the 7-day, 5 on the 24-hour. MAG token is at $447. Okay, that's interesting. 1,390 trades. Market cap is 327,000. This is an interesting little chart here. Trust line set up. Okay, of course, XRP's got 5 million. Sologenic has 280,000. GateHub 116. GateHub USD 111. Corium 50,000. Interesting. People setting up those trust lines. Circulating supplies, okay, all that kind of stuff. Well, interesting little chart that they got here for you. BPM Wallet, Rocket Launch, Arc Institute, The Reaper. I think that's that guy's project, right? They're trying to get non-accredited investors. Interesting little chart. Interesting little chart coming from the X-Mean people. Interesting here. XRPL.to. I'm sure it's very similar to XRPL services, or probably maybe even in conjunction with. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys X-Mean. And here is this, let me see if I click here, if it'll do that. Can I click here? There's Magnetic X. There's the token. $447? That's interesting. Circulating supply, 832. Total supply, 4,100. 4,100? Interesting. MAG is a crypto token designed for use within the MAG project. It employs a unique proof of trade distributed model, allowing users to mine MAG tokens by encouraging and trading activities. I saw the mining pools. The total supply is, okay, 500 million tokens. Okay. And burning mechanisms are in place to control token issuances. $497. Interesting. But here it is there. Interesting. Does this have markets? Looks like it's only on the DEX. Interesting. All right, but I wanted to show you this here. Proof of trade, xmagnetic.org. Another place where you can, hook up your XRP ledger, your Xamin MetaMask wallets. You can get the MAG token with your XRP. They got some pools here with magnetic, and this mining is interesting to me. They got mining pools and auto mining, and they're kind of like the creators of this new game called Dice, which is interesting. So here's the DEX here. You can classic setup trading tools and swap feature, which is interesting. But I was just excited when I went to their Twitter space. I keep saying space. Twitter page, and saw that they have a bridge to Zahao and back. So the Twitter is at Magnetic XRPL. Here's the bridge news right here. No wrap tokens. Interesting. All right. So here it is here. Magnetic Bridge has passed all tests and works without any failures. We originally planned for the bridge to only work in one direction, XRPL to Zahao, but in the end, we decided it would work in both directions. That is, you will be able to transfer tokens both from the XRPL to Zahao and from Zahao to XRPL. At the initial stage, only the following pairs will be available: XRP, Zahao, Zahao, XRP. Then we will add other XRPL tokens. I just showed you a list of a bunch of tokens and the Zahao tokens to the bridge. The launch of the magnetic bridge is planned in 4 to 6 days. Follow the news. That question there still is a little alarming. Self-custody, the future of self-custody. So Xamin is doing some other stuff, baby. But this guy, Dark Horse, is it Dark Horse? Yeah, Dark Horse. What is the new wrapped XRP called? Magnetic X says in the bridge, it will be possible to exchange a real XRP for a real Zahao. We will not have wrapped tokens. Now, Dark Horse did not further respond to that. Question here from Clinical XRP. Is this fully decentralized or custodian in a MAG wallet? Yes, all this is decentralized and we do not have access to users' funds in our bridge. You send tokens to the bot's wallet and it sends them to you on the Zahao network. This is how bridges work in Ethereum, etc., as well as all exchanges. Okay. By the way, only MAG token that I see, I added a trust line to Zahao, and it's not visible for trading like Evernote tokens. Evers is available for trading. Are the other tokens not ready yet? There are 5 tokens that are added to the Zahao network. Yes, now only MAG and the Euro are traded on Zahao, but you can place orders for any tokens, place orders. I think the low activity is due to the fact that not everyone knows how to buy Zahao and then trade it on the DEX. When the bridge is launched, there will be more activity because it will be easier for people to receive the Zahao token. Is the EVR token available? I guess it is probably available. If I went to this DEX, and instead of trading X meme, by the way, you can get X meme if you'd like to do that. Let me see if I put Evers in here. Apparently Evers is EVR. Let's see if that's available. I know we're getting that airdrop, right? I don't see Evers on here. So maybe it's only on Zahao you can get the Evers. You're gonna have to bridge over. I see Zahao XRP, I don't see EVR. So just wanted to share that with you guys, just in case you were wondering. If you were wondering about that, there it is. That's the, kind of the latest and greatest there. I highly encourage you guys to, check into the Moy Finance Voyage thing and see if it makes sense to you being awarded this VEMOI, which I think it stands for Voted Escrow or Voting Escrow. It's a very, very popular model. It gives you voting power on the project. It generally comes with rewards for being early and, owning a certain amount of VE and stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to do the whole bidding wars concept based upon how much VE power you have, but VE powers a lot of times brings in other projects to your project, pretty quick. So we'll see how that goes. So there it is, fam. Look, congratulations, baby. We're winning. We are freaking winning. Never, ever forget that, fam. We are winning. Gary Gensler has bent the knee. Blockchain, man, what's good, bro? Sorry, I missed you checking in. We are freaking winning. I did a video. Check out my video I did yesterday on how to stake the root token, earn XRP rewards, earn root token, earn Silo, and earn Asto tokens. What's going on, G-Man? What's good with you? So listen, Generational Wealth Wednesday special episode. Gary Gensler has bent the knee. If you're interested in joining the Generational Wealth Wednesday Mastermind, our Patreon group, you can go to patreon.com/golf whiskey mastermind. Patreon.com/golf whiskey mastermind. This is where we get into these high risk rewards trades. This is where we get into how to airdrop from. We get into how to set up generational wealth. We talk wealth strategy, set up LLCs and trusts. We talk how to be prepared for generational wealth, the books to read to understand the whole dynamics. We're going to hook up with our guy, Jay Claver. I can't wait. I'm going to reach out, make sure we get a hold of him for sure, and have him on the channel for the mastermind group for sure. Guys, listen. We do have to understand that this is significant in a lot of ways. If you know what you hold, you know what you hold. But do understand that this is a digital asset space. This is an ecosystem. And it's important to understand that. And if you have an opportunity to make your money work for you, why not have it work for you? You don't have to merely rely on when moon. I get it. When moon happens, it's significant. But you don't have to merely rely on that. How about a business model that allows you to save and earn money on your money How about that? And assets appreciates when moon, and get access to airdrop of prominent projects as well. How about that? That's a pretty cool ethos. That's a pretty cool business model. We don't have that yet in the XRP and the XRPL ecosystem. We don't have that. One ecosystem or ethos that has that I really, really like is the Cosmos ecosystem. They put something together that works and makes sense. And I think they're going to do some very, very interesting. Celestia came from there, right? With the modular. Injective come from that, right? Osmosis come from that, right? So Manta is hooking up through Celestia. So, Manta's promising to be a new promising, I think layer 1. I think Manta's going to be a layer 1. Might be a layer 2. I'm not sure. But very, very promising using modular, using Celestia, using ZK technology as well, zero knowledge proof technology as well, right? But I'm fascinated by an ecosystem that allows you to stake a token, earn interest for staking, still take advantage of asset appreciation, and an airdrop model. I'm fascinated by that because I do think that we're going to transition to a world where that is going to be the model. I think that providing liquidity and getting involved in trading pairs is awesome. And, but those feel very much like get in quick first 60, 30, 60, 90 days. And then, that high APR tends to go down. And I think people are going to begin to realize that 7% is still better than anything you get in your bank. And what about the project that's given 10%, right? And 12% and 15%, right? In addition to, if the product's a viable product, you still get when moon appreciation, asset appreciation, and the model is set up that they're rewarding the people who participate in the ethos of staking. They're rewarding them with airdrops of potentially promising projects. So I see it as saving money, earning money, and earning interest on the money that you save, still with asset appreciation for when moon markets and potential airdrops. You have a certain risk in a particular validator that there's a certain risk, right? You gotta know that list, right? You gotta be familiar, that type of thing. Obviously, there's still a commission. The commission is not on the money that you put in. The commission on is, whether it be 5%, 7%, or 10%. That's on the rewards that you get, right? So that's on the rewards, right? And I'm still excited about Flare. I'm really, really, really curious about what they're going to do. They got staking now, right? They got staking, and they got staking on the Bifrost wallet. Did you guys hear about that? Bifrost wallet, you can stake that FLR now, as opposed or in addition to wrapping your Flare tokens and delegating it. They have staking now. I'm not smart enough to know kind of like the difference, if it's a percentage or 2 or half a percentage better or any of that. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think Flare Community has done some videos on that. Check out his YouTube channel. He does a great job. But yeah, it's available. Just heard it today, Bifrost. I haven't tried it out yet. I got automatic on both Songbird and FLR. I just don't have I don't have the time to check that enough to do it. So I just paid a little, whatever percentage I'm paying, and just automatically re-delegate. But I'm gonna do a little of the Flare tokens, especially when I get my FLR tokens from the madness that is Celsius. Yeah, boy. And then I'll be staking some there as well. Who said DVPN? Oh, I hear that, bro. Phantom Beat. Good old DPN from Cosmos. Yep. My guy GDLT turned me on to the Cosmos ecosystem. And the people that were in that and they staked them Atom tokens did well. And I did a video on the XRP and the XRP ecosystem and saying how we're playing catch up and that the money has remained dormant. I did a video on that. And what did Moy Finance come out with a day or two later? Day or two later saying the same thing. Moy Finance came out with that. MOAI dash finance dot XYZ came out saying the same thing. Because the money's not working for you. It's just not. It's just not. It's just not. It's just not. We don't have staking. We don't have a vote, right? We don't have a vote in the direction of the XRPL. We just don't, right? But there are other ecosystems that allow you to stake, that allow you to have a vote and or say in the direction of the project, right? That pays you interest for providing security to the network. Remember in 2016, 2017, staking, the content creators were crapping on proof of stake. We're crapping on it, throwing shade. Because all they could see is competition. All they could see was comparison. Well, the proof of stake stuff is not as great as the consensus Byzantine agreement, blah, 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 blah. Cool. How's your money doing? How's your money doing? Is it stagnant and dormant, or is it working for you? Are you beholden to Wind Moon, or do you have other options? Right? Last time, I said this in my video, last time I checked, Brad Garlinghouse, good dude, and Chris Larson, good dude, didn't ask for my hand in marriage. Did they ask for your hand in marriage? It's your money. It's your hard-earned, dirty, nasty fiat. You can put it to work. You can put it to work. That's what we did. Obviously, we would never cash in all our XRP, but we did take our winnings, 300-400%, take a percentage of that 300-400% winnings, and put it to work. We did high-risk plays, staking, airdrop farming, put it to work. Will we win? I don't know. But I know one thing, money loves speed. You got to keep that money moving, baby. That's why they have M1, M2 for a reason. That's what I say. But you have to make your own decision in your own home. For us in the Crypto Seizures home, that's our decision that we made. For me, I'm not operating in fear of one day a switch will get pulled and the digital asset XRP is at $100. I'm not fearful of that. And I'm not waiting on that either. Something for you to consider, perhaps ponder. All right, fam, there it is. Generational Wealth Wednesday special episode. We had to pay homage and pay tribute to us together being here, right? A year ago, I said, can you be here a year from now? Hodling strong, figuring out new strategies. A year later, guess what I figured out? Guess what I discovered? The Cosmos ecosystem is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. You can say whatever you want about the atom and their tokenomics. They're changing it. Just like Polygon is changing theirs. Just like MakerDAO is changing theirs. Did you know that? The OG Maker changing their tokenomics. How about that? Why? Evolving, getting better, figuring out what worked and what didn't work. Cosmos can't do the same thing. You're just throwing in the towel because the first tokenomics didn't work. Are you just ignoring the technology? You're going to ignore the adoption because the tokenomics didn't work? Come on, dude. You gotta think long term. You gotta think long term. Yeah, they're changing their tokenomics. And there's Neutron as well, by the way. NTRN. Might want to look into it. Might want to look into it. Might want to look into that one for sure. All right, fam, there it is. Congrats to each and every one of you. Super proud of you guys taking the time to come hang out with the Crypto Series. I appreciate that more than what you know. Looks like we just got out of that little shadow ban, finally. It's been almost 2 years in the shadow ban because we spoke the truth about some stuff. And they were like, yeah, we're not going to be showing that to a bunch of people. You can't be doing that, talking about the current. You can't be doing that. No. So anyway, looks like we finally got out of that. Listen, I'm going to end this live stream like I do all of my live streams and remind you guys of this. Number one, old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning, baby. And number two, I would ask you to consider this idea, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.